Hey guys, here is the baby Grizzly power feed. I bought this because I bought a Powermatic, a big power feed that was a Powermatic brand, and I loved it so much I thought, hey, why don't I get one for the router as well? The only one that I found that had a smaller version of it was the baby Grizzly version. So I bought it, and here are my thoughts on it. It is fairly light, easy to set up. I just have it bolted on the back here. There's nothing fancy about this particular one. As you can see, you loosen it up and you just have to twist it. There's no gear where you crank it to move it up or crank it to move it down. So that makes it a little harder to dial in. This is kind of tricky to get, it's a little finicky to get set up. The nice thing is this does have the turn deal here, so you can adjust the shaft in and out. That's the only micro adjustment feature that's on here. I wish it had more of that, but for a cheap power feed, it's expected. You have a variable speed here where you can determine what speed you want to send it through. You got forward and reverse. All around, it works like it's supposed to. You know, it feeds stuff through. What I'm not crazy about is the power that it has. It's not uncommon for a board to get stuck because it just stalls the motor out. Or the other thing that happens with it is you see these wheels here. These are they're almost like plastic more than they are rubber. So they're not very grippy. And so a lot of times a board will get stuck just because it spins. The rollers will just spin on the board. So I'd like to see this be a little more rubbery rather than plasticky. I can only imagine that over time as this plastic gets harder, it will get harder over time, and it will grip even less and be more of an issue. The other thing I would like to, I was a little bit bummed about is it isn't very fast. I mean, it moves pretty quickly, but if you want to do high production at a fast rate, I probably should have gone with a bigger one. But I'll give you a demonstration of what it's like on high. So I've got it cranked up all the way. We're just going to turn it on, and I'll send it through. So that is the speed. I didn't speed up the video or slow it down at all, but that's the fastest it can go through. And then I'll run it through again here. We'll just turn it down. So you can see I can turn it all the way down, but it really struggles when you turn it all the way down because it just doesn't have the power that it should for feeding through that. But overall, I'm happy with it. It's a lot easier than feeding stuff through by hand without it. The nice thing about this is it clamps it down, so I don't have to worry about a board that's got a little cup to it. It'll push it down and help flatten it out as it runs through. So if I'm rounding the edges off, which is what I've been using it for, I don't end up with a spot in the middle where there's no bevel down right here, but there's a huge bevel here. And then it ends up making it more perfect all the way through. That's a nice feature. The other nice thing about it is when you are using the power feed, you could see I have, I don't know if you could see that so well, but I have a little bit bigger gap here and a little bit smaller gap up here. So when it's feeding through, it's constantly pushing the board like this a little bit, which keeps it from popping off of the bit and gives me more of a consistent router. I mean, overall, I'm happy with it, but I'm wishing I would have just bought the next size bigger because I feel like this is just too small, and I don't really know an application that would be good for, not in a wood shop. So that's my 2 cents. I hope this video helps you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you got any questions or any comments, leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. I try to post videos frequently, so if you have any questions about anything else in my shop, you want to hear my thoughts on any other tools that I have, just leave a comment down below and I'd be happy to do a video for you and post it. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Thank you.